Hold yourself back or heal yourself back together. You decide. Respect yourself and others will respect you. Generally in war, the best policy is to take a state intact. To ruin it is inferior to this. Every second alive is the greatest gift we will ever know. Only courageous hearts can endure the bitterness of truth. Take care of your body. Remember, health is another form of wealth. There's more to logic than identifying logical fallacies. Every ounce of my cynicism is supported by historical precedent. The invariable mark of wisdom is to see the miraculous in the common. Over time, hidden truths morph in the dark soil of deceit into something much worse. Stay close to anything that makes you glad you are alive. No one is useless in this world who lightens the burdens of others. It doesn't matter how great your shoes are if you don't accomplish anything in them. If you want to see a rainbow, you have to learn to see the rain. Forget injuries, never forget kindnesses. But the truth doesn't need to be known or believed to be true. The man who asks a question is a fool for a minute. The man who does not ask is a fool for life. Remove the clowns from your life before you become one. The petty thief is imprisoned, but the big thief becomes a feudal lord. Nothing is permanent in this wicked world, not even our troubles. If you follow the enemy's shifts and changes, you can always find a way to win. There's no clarity. There was never meant to be clarity. That as long as we are being remembered, we remain alive. It shocks me how I wish for what is lost and cannot come back. Focus on the step in front of you, not the whole staircase. Before you embark on a journey of revenge, dig 2 graves. People ought to fight to keep their law as to defend the city's walls. Celebrate true friends. They are a part of you that always sparkles. I believe in looking reality straight in the eye and denying it. Never give up. Things that you keep dreaming about will happen one day. He who steals a belt buckle pays with his life. He who steals a state gets to be a feudal lord. Hence the saying, the enlightened ruler lays his plans well ahead. The good general cultivates his resources. The easiest way to be reborn is to live and feel life every day. Recognizing power in another does not diminish your own. Life is not measured by what you have. It's measured by what you give. Maneuvering with an army is advantageous. With an undisciplined multitude, most dangerous. Growth is in a series of mistakes. That's the only way you learn. You need mountains. Long staircases don't make good hikers. When you are identified with the one, all things will be complete to you. Victory is reserved for those who are willing to pay its price. We are citizens of the world. The tragedy of our times is that we do not know this. The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. Take care of your body, then the rest will automatically become stronger. We should forgive our enemies, but not before they are hanged. Opening up to the wrong person is like putting ammo in their hands. For them to perceive the advantage of defeating the enemy, they must also have their rewards. He was a lonely ghost, uttering a truth that nobody would ever hear. It's not the men in your life that matters. It's the life in your men. It is only after the deepest darkness that the greatest joy can come. Respond intelligently, even to unintelligent treatment. The goal is to reduce the time of suffering, not eliminate it. Aslan, you doubt your value. Don't run from who you are. All men know the utility of useful things, but they do not know the utility of utility. I have no special talent. I am only passionately curious. If you believe you can, you might. If you know you can, you will. So many people love you. Don't focus on the people who don't. A rose does not answer its enemies with words, but with beauty. The fruit of empty hopes is more bitter than the saddest truth. It's such a shame to waste time. We always think we have so much of it. Sometimes, not getting what you want is a brilliant stroke of luck. Slowing down was how we remembered what we never wanted to forget. If a general shows confidence in his men, but always insists on his orders being obeyed, the gain will be mutual. Don't chase. Elevate your game and be someone worth chasing after. The mind is a wonderful servant, but a terrible master. Sing your life. Any fool can think of words that rhyme. I am not good at noticing when I'm happy, except in retrospect. When we fail, our pride supports us, and when we succeed, it betrays us. Start writing, no matter what. The water does not flow until the faucet is turned on. The nourishment of body is food, while the nourishment of the soul is feeding others. When envoys are sent with compliments in their mouths, it is a sign that the enemy wishes for a truce. He who wishes to fight must first count the cost. Between living and dreaming, there is a third thing. Guess it. There is no wealth like knowledge, no poverty like ignorance. The essence of technology is by no means anything technological. The truth doesn't cost anything, but a lie could cost you everything. I cannot trust a man to control others who cannot control himself. Except our own thoughts, there is nothing absolutely in our power. The worst part of being okay is that okay is far from happy. We are products of our past, but we don't have to be prisoners of it. If you really want something, you can figure out how to make it happen. Crying can bring relief, as long as you don't cry alone. The more powerful the class, the more it claims not to exist. You have to notice the truth in order to be able to avoid it. I'm always doing that, which I cannot do, in order that I may learn how to do it. The big lesson in life, baby, is never be scared of anyone or anything. You show me a capitalist, and I'll show you a bloodsucker. Sometimes things become possible if we want them bad enough. Thus the expert in battle moves the enemy and is not moved by him. The men of old breathed clear down to their heels. The better organized the state, the duller its humanity. I think it was the institution. I was trying to master it. Life would be unbearably dull if we had answers to all our questions. Keep creating. The world yearns to celebrate your next masterpiece. The penalty for procrastination is the loss of hopes and dreams. Everything takes time. Bees have to move very fast to stay still. The nail that sticks out farthest gets hammered the hardest. It's not what you are in life, but what you make of it. I'm not afraid of death. I just don't want to be there when it happens. Show me that I am everywhere, and get me home for tea. Man doesn't know what he is capable of until he is asked.